Alright, so today we're going to look at how to process an action request, that being a suspend a customer, cancel a customer, or vary a payment, or even renew a customer from archived if need to. So to do that, we simply click on the action request button at the top and create a new action. Find the customer by selecting the customer. And we're going to process an action for Ben today, so we click on the select button here. Then it gives you the option to either vary the payment, suspend a payment, renew contract, cancel, and if you've got group administrator access or group controller access, refund. Alright, so what we'll do today is we'll suspend a member. To highlight that, click on the next button. Asks you whether or not you're wanting to charge a suspension fee. Now the suspension fee here is a regular ongoing suspension fee. So if you're charging say 50 cents a day for a suspension or $5 a week for a suspension, then that's the amount that you put in there. If it's a one-off suspension fee, then make sure you tick that box, otherwise whatever the amount you put in here will continue to charge that amount every fortnight. Okay, so it's going to be a one-off suspension of $15 in this case. The effective date, and it only gives you the next billing date that the money is due to come out. So the next billing date for this customer is the 10th of May, and the resume date. So they're going to suspend for one fortnight. So the 10th of May will be suspended, and what will happen is $15 suspension fee will come out on that date, and it will go back to the normal payments on the 24th of May, being the next payment due date. That could be in 3 months' time, for example, or whatever date they decide to come back or you allow them to come back. Simply click on the Add to Action Requests. Now there's a warning that's popped up here because there's actually already a suspension recorded against this member. Okay, so it says this action request conflicts with existing actions and or expectations. Selecting the OK button to continue with this action may result in an undesired effect. So it's essentially going to get rid of the previous suspension and put a new suspension over the top. So what we might do is we'll just go back and have a look at what suspension was actually on Ben as a customer. So if we click the cancel button and click the back button, we can see here that Ben's already got a future action request showing when we go to process an action for him. So if that's exactly what we're wanting to achieve, so created date was on the 23rd of April, the effective date's 10th of May, and the resume date's 24th of May. So it's essentially we've already processed that action previously. So what we can do is go, yep, that's everything that we want there. So we'll go back and we'll process another action on another customer. Let's have a look at Cassie. And we want to suspend. Next. The suspension fee is $15. It's a one-off fee. And she's going to come back on the 19th of July. Add to action requests. Okay, and then it takes you to all the future actions that are pending, and we can see the one that we already looked at being Ben, and then also the one that we've just processed being Cassie. Okay, pretty simple. Now if we look at the action requests and we select the customer again, we'll process this one for Jesper. And we're going to cancel Jesper. So here it pops up the normal payment that Jesper is due. The next debit date is on the 10th of May, and it puts the option to charge a cancellation fee. So you can charge a $50 cancellation fee or $150 cancellation fee or zero. It's up to you. The effective date of that would be the 10th of May, or you can date that future payments forward. So he's come in, he's given notice for that to cancel, and he wants to cancel on the 7th of June. So that $50 will come out on the 7th of June. He'll continue his normal $220 payments until that date. Click on the Add to Action Requests, and again we see Jesper, and the action is to cancel on that date with an amount of $50. Okay, if we go back to the action request area again, select another customer. And we want to vary his payment. So we click on Vary Payment, click on the Next button. The normal payment here is recorded $120. The Vary To, we want to take that to $150. Now you can resume that back to the normal payment of $120. That's up to you. So in 3 months' time, it might want to resume back to the normal payment of $120. Or you can tick the Vary Permanently button. So if we tick that Vary Permanently button, you can see the resume date drops out. Okay, so we're going to, in this case, vary permanently to $150. We'll add to action requests. And again, we can see John being added to the future actions, effective the 10th of May, the amount being $150. Okay, and that pretty much covers all the action requests, or most of the action requests you probably process for your customers. But you can view other actions for a particular customer at any stage just by going into the action request area. Future actions, you can also view processed actions and any deleted action requests that have occurred as well. So in that future actions area, if we decided that we wanted to delete that one that happened for Ben, we just simply click on the delete button and delete action. So that means that he'll go back to his normal payment straight away. And that's about it for action requests.